Long's Toys. I have a Kamen Rider Drive review for you today. This is TK-08 Kamen Rider Drive Type Dead Heat. This is just the packaging, obviously. Really nice picture of the two modes on the side here. Again, nice picture on this side as well. Cool picture here on the back. Shows other stuff that's available, like Triatron and the Ride Crosser. Not much on the bottom. Cool picture on the top. So it's a decent box, but we'll go ahead and move on to the figure itself. Okay, so here's everything you get in the set. Obviously here is Dead Heat. You get a new shift tire that on this side has 3 lines, 2 white, 1 red, and then on this side it has kind of this jagged red line. So that's kind of cool. This is the signal that goes on the shoulder. It shows kind of when Dead Heat overheats. And then you get 2 accessories. First is just a Zenrin shooter. I believe it's exactly the same as the one that came with Mach. And then this is the kind of lesser door gun, the one that came with the Gaim arms change drive arms, where the side does not open and it's a bit smaller. But I mean, all in all, it's alright. Nothing we haven't seen before. I just prefer the one that came with Technique that actually opened up. But if we kind of put them off to the side for a second, just take a look at Type Dead Heat here. As you can see on the back, you see all of Mach's parts for the change. He's got pretty much the same articulation as any of the other figures. Head's on a ball joint. Has the all the way around and out to the side for the shoulder, although it's a little tight and it's a little limited. But it can come out a decent bit to the side. It's got bicep swivel, 90 degrees at the elbow. The wrists can move. Now this also has the little part of the driver that is his wrist section, wrist arm thing, for lack of a better term. That can spin around to hide when he's Mach. So there's a little bit of extra posability there. This side, because this is meant to look like Mach's arm, has an extra swivel here right below the elbow. And it's a little weird. You can see that right here and then right above the knees as well. It's kind of a different white color and the hands are the same. Whereas this is all kind of a lighter glossy white. This is kind of a matte finish white, which is a little weird. I wish they would have stuck with all the same color, but I guess because those pieces are molded separately. Anyway, you have waist articulation, and also the belts can revolve around 180, and I'll show you that. The legs can go out to the side and to the front. He's got a thigh swivel right above the knee, then he's got the knee at 90 degrees, and then a ball joint in the ankle. So very nice articulation. It's kind of neat how this arm kind of resembles Drive, and this arm kind of resembles Mach, since this mode is kind of a hodgepodge of the two. Alright, so I just want to go ahead and put the tire and signal onto Drive / Mach here. Clip that on. So as you can see, you can have the tire like that, or you can rotate it 180 and have the jagged red line. I think both look pretty cool. And I can't remember right now if one is specific to Mach and one is specific to Drive. And looking on the box, it kind of shows both of them with this, and it shows like maybe Mach with this one. I honestly can't remember. Honestly, it's your preference. You can do whatever you like. But I think it looks pretty good. My only complaint is I feel like the Drive head, and I'll zoom in a little bit here, it feels a little like small and just kind of smooshed in, too thin. And I believe that's just because the helmet has to come down. So unfortunately this side looks a little smooshed so that the helmet can fit inside. But overall I think it looks pretty cool. I like the paint, the detail, everything looks pretty good. I love the wrist where he puts the wrist strap where he puts the cars into that can revolve around. I think that's pretty neat. So you can go ahead and put either of the accessories in his hands if you like. Obviously in this mode I will give him the door gun. Fits very easily in his hand, and he looks pretty good. To switch him over to the Mach version, it's very simple. you're just going to revolve this around 180 degrees, and it's a little difficult. You might end up moving the waist, as you can see, but you can just put it right back into place. So you give him his mock driver, his wrist strap for the drive driver, you just revolve around 180 to hide it. Now, I mean, you're going to see it on the back, but there's not really anything you can do about that. You're going to see the drive driver on the back as well. And then you just flip the helmet, and it'll kind of clip. And there you go. You have mock. Now, again, you can do this. If you want, you can give them this side. I think I like the mock side a little bit better. I like the big blue eyes, and I kind of like the... I know it's the bottom of the spoiler that becomes his jaw, but it kind of reminds me almost of like a medieval helmet, how they used to kind of have like weird square jaws like that. Plus, the other nice thing is when you have this helmet, there's nothing on the back of his head. When he's in drive form, you have this always hanging off the back of his helmet. But when he's in mock form, he does not have anything on the back. So it just kind of meshes a little bit. You'll still see the drive driver on the back. But I think I like this mode better. I just like all the blue. I'm a sucker for blue. And since I had it handy, here is the ride crosser, his bike. You can obviously take any of these off and they can fit right on there if you'd like. Same with the tires. And then you can just go ahead and put them on. You can ride it. He looks pretty good. So I think Type Dead Heat is pretty cool. It's neat that you get two forms out of one figure. I think I do prefer the mock version better just because I like the blue. It's just a personal preference. But also I think the drive version, the head just feels a little smooshed in, like it's too narrow. And I understand that's because the helmet has to flip over top of it. But because the helmet has to be wider to fit over that, the mock head doesn't look distorted at all. So I think overall the mock side looks a little better. But the drive side is also fun and it's neat. And I think it's cool to get two modes out of one figure. So if you're not a huge fan of Dead Heat's design, I could see how this could be a pass for you. But it's really grown on me. I kind of like it a lot. And I think the figure's a lot of fun. So I recommend it for that reason. But please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please like and share this video. Please make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at TK-08 Type Dead Heat from Kamen Rider Drive. And thanks for watching.